All right, we have a report out of Allen Park that the Lions just signed a 223-pound running back from the SEC. This guy comes with plenty of short yardage production and a running style that is built around doing just one thing, and that is to get north and finish. Lions signing Roydell Williams, and before he arrives, this guy has racked up over 5,929 career rushing yards and 84 touchdowns. He did all that before he joined Alabama. Look, this guy has run against some of the best SEC defenses in the land. He has scored in the SEC championship game, and he's handled plenty of goal line work. With the Lions now running back room just really banged up all of a sudden, he's going to be able to step into practice and immediately compete for a role. Whether that's a role on the roster or a role on the practice squad, we're going to find out because we're going to break it all down.
Well, this guy's been everywhere tonight. He got drilled by Jack Campbell again.
Bam! Meets him right there, runs his feet. Jack Campbell wraps him up. Doesn't get any better than that. Textbook linebacker play.
What the f*** I'm talking about?
All right, here's the reason why the Lions are signing Roydell Williams. Right now, this running back room has taken plenty of hits. Isaiah Pacheco has been working back from that sprained MCL. And Sione Vaki, as you know, had the busted up eye and the busted up nose. He's missed some time and slowly working his way back in. Jabari Small just went out with what appears to be a concussion on Saturday. And then Kai Robichaud, well, he's no longer available because he's not in the picture in Detroit anymore. Look, we don't need just another healthy running back. We need one to finish, at a minimum, the stretch of camp that is in front of this team right now, heading into the third and final preseason game. But honestly, Williams is more than just a practice body. He's only 5'10", but he's 223 pounds. And his build and running style give the Lions something different to evaluate compared to the other guys that are all battling for that last spot. So I dug in. I put a scouting report together as quickly as I could, reached out to our partners over at SIS, and here's what we have. Williams, compact, north-south runner. He does his best work between the tackles, and his game is built around vision, decision-making, and contact balance. He presses the block, he identifies the crease, and he goes. Man, this guy really likes to get going upfield and quickly. There is very little wasted movement in this guy's body. He runs with good pad level, has enough lower body power to run through arm tackles, and generally, he finishes forward. I would classify him, just as the thumbnail says, he's a thumper. With short yardage ability, rather than just pure goal line specialist, I think that you're going to see a player like this, if he evolves in the NFL, to be able to give you those third and manageables of 4, 5, and 6 yards. He also has plenty of experience catching the ball out of the backfield and has also shown the willingness to take on pass pro responsibilities and, quite honestly, look pretty good. For a back fighting for that RB3 or 4 or even a practice squad job, protection, special teams, that is going to help determine on whether or not he stays in Allen Park post cuts or comes back after cuts. Reached out, got a little film breakdown, and this is what his Alabama film said. His best college production came at Alabama. Against South Florida in 2023, he produced 17 carries, 129 yards, and just 1 touchdown in that game. And again, that was his best game. But here's the kicker. 7.6 yards a carry. 7.6 yards a carry. I would love to see that in Detroit. There was... like I said, this was his career high rushing game. And then there was, also the time that Alabama started him in the SEC championship game against Georgia. They trusted him that much, and he put up 16 carries, 61 yards, and 1 touchdown. That game probably showed a little bit better of an example of where maybe his NFL traits really are at this point, because the numbers weren't huge. And Alabama, like I said, trusted him to handle a lot of those physical carries and against an elite front. Obviously, with a championship on the line, you probably want your best guys up there. But Alabama also had a very loaded room, and they still trusted him to do these things. He also scored twice from inside the 2-yard line against LSU in 2022. Look, there's some legit evidence here that he can handle these condensed boxes and the short yardage work. And at least from the Alabama film. Now in the Florida State film, his last 2 years in college, Injuries really interrupted his time at Florida State, limited his production. So when you jump into PFF later and you come back and you say, oh my God, the guy is terrible, he didn't do anything, just realize there wasn't much to grade there. But his debut against Georgia showed some of his versatility. 12 carries, 38 yards, 3 receptions for 31 yards, another touchdown late in the game. So he can work from all different angles. His receiving work is still useful because it shows that he doesn't have to just come off the field every time that, let's say, the Lions want to throw the football or want to do something with a personnel change. And then there's the limitations. Everybody has them. Williams does not have enough high-end breakaway speed. That's right. He's not coming in to take Jahmyr Gibbs' job. He's not coming in to take Pacheco's job. He's not an elusive space playmaker. He consistently creates, and he has explosiveness after the blocks break down, but he's not going to beat you with speed. He wins with the structure of the run. He wins with setting it up behind the blockers. Give him a crease, and he can get downhill quickly. Ask him to reverse field or create, against multiple free defenders. That's just not his game. It's never been his game. The other concern here might be durability. As I mentioned, those injuries that limited his final 2 years in Florida State, well, availability will be part of the evaluation for the Lions on whether or not he can stay available. Look, my final read on this guy is, what is he really coming in to do? I think that he has a clear NFL profile. I think that he does fit somewhere at 223 pounds in a north-south style of a runner that's very decisive. As an inside runner that does his best work between the tackles, has great contact balance, why wouldn't you want this guy handling all of your short yardage experience? I do believe that Roydell Williams and his receiving ability too, like there's something there, but I do believe he has the potential, not just value-added potential in pass pro, and maybe he's arriving a little bit late, so the 53-man roster is a big uphill climb. But I believe he has the potential here. The Lions have a real opportunity and a reason to evaluate him because that room is so banged up. Look, if he can show that he can protect the quarterback and contribute on special teams in the next week, hey, maybe there's an opportunity to see Roydell Williams after 53-man cuts on the practice squad. We'll see, but that conversation is going to happen very quickly. Welcome to Detroit, Roydell Williams. Give it your best, man. We'll see you out there on Saturday. Hey, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe to the channel. And if you love what you're hearing, hey, turn on notifications too. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.